I often ask myself, am I living 365 days of a year, or am I just living one day 365 times? This was kind of my routine for the better part of the last 6 months. Yes, it did get hectic sometimes. Yes, I was tired sometimes, but it was so enjoyable. I loved learning every day and learning from patients and then learning from doctors. मजा आ जाती थी यार कॉलेज में. After college, sitting in the library to complete the lectures and reading the books and coming back home and then reading again, it was definitely tough. I enjoyed the grind, the preparation for the exam, the fear before it, and the satisfaction at the end. It got monotonous. Today, I have no such goal in mind and I have no plans for the next couple of weeks. No real deadlines to be sure. I really can't imagine what it would feel like to not have an exam in front of you. Anyway, it's a new start, a start that I longed for. And let me show you what I've been doing since the exam ended. Well, for starters, after the exam ended, I had my practicals. And my god, it was the most anxiety I have ever had in my life, even more than my NEET UG paper back in 2018. All thanks to Final-year MBBS practicals. I'll give you a brief rundown on what happened. The first practical that I had was pediatrics. I was so afraid of it that I could not sleep for 3 nights, and that's the reason I could not document or vlog anything about it. All I did was study continuously, so much so that I did not even make a video for the channel and I missed that Sunday's upload. Thank God I did, because the case that I got was something called as transposition of great vessels, and that child also had something called as hemiplegia, so the left half of his body was completely paralyzed. He had a heart condition which was very serious, and what I was taught in postings was the simplest case of all, nephrotic syndrome. I totally did not expect this case, but this is what I got. A similar anxiety came to me before gynecology. Again, I got very afraid. I could not sleep the entire night, but in the end, both the practicals of pediatrics as well as gynecology went absolutely great. I was actually really happy for medicine. I was not at all afraid. I knew I was going to get some good cases. Good cases I did get. I got massive splenomegaly due to chronic myeloid leukemia as my short case, a rheumatic heart disease again as a short case, and again a CNS case for hemiplegia and aphasia for my long case. Medicine was my best practical so far. The surgery practicals were postponed for our batch, so we are still awaiting on when they're going to happen, but hopefully they're going to happen in the next 7 days. All I can say is that finally our practical schedule is very difficult. It takes a toll on our sleep schedule and mental health, and so I wanted to recover from it. So as soon as my practicals ended, I went to Goa with my friends. Exactly, I got the permission to go to Goa with my friends. आधे लोग जो ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं ये बात सुन के जल गए. But anyways, let me tell you how it happened. There's no special vlog for it as it was my break. So we started 4 days after the practical ended. We took a flight because that was cheaper than going through train, with respect to time of course. We arrived there, stayed in a beautiful resort which was like 2 minutes away from the beach, Candolim area. The trip was for a total of 5 days and we were 6 people, and it was the best trip that I had taken after Europe. Even though my surgery practical was left, I felt like everything was over because I was having that level of fun. And I realized more than the place, the company matters the most. I saw a lot of beaches both in North and South Goa, as well as a few churches and a lot of beautiful girls. This was our last trip together as friends because after this NEET PG ki padhai and everything, I don't think it's ever going to happen up until the internship is done. So long way to go. So I made sure to enjoy every second of it. Play in the sand, play in the water, go to the pool, stay out all night, drive in Goa, take a tattoo, and just look at the moon and the stars in the night. I swear my hypothalamus went nuts after being heated on a beach and then chilled to -5 in a snowpark within just a span of 3 hours. The last trip is done. The 5 days were an absolute blink, as most things are, which are good. Apart from Goa, well, I have been relaxing in my own little way. Journaling is something which I've tried. I really wanted to do it every day since 2023, but I couldn't because exams. And I have restarted it. I usually write down the highlights of the day so that I could have something to remember the day by. But sometimes I do go in detail. College is supposed to be resumed in April when the internship starts, and I have a lot to talk about that in this video too. But first, let me talk about NEET PG 2024. Right, let's talk about the hardest exam that I'm going to face next year, that is NEET PG. So I've got around 11-12 months left for NEET PG. The exam which is going to decide whether or not I'll be getting a dream branch which I want, or whether I'll be just getting any side branch which I did not really like. It's the real exam which actually decides my future, what kind of life I'll be living. So my plan right now is I don't have a plan. I am still working out the small things, but I have got a very basic rudimentary timeline in my head for NEET PG, and that timeline basically involves doing the first read. The first read is actually reading the 19 subjects at least once in the next 4 to 4.5 months. So I'm going to be giving that much time for the revision because I've already watched the lectures, done the question bank, done a lot of stuff. First read should not be that difficult. I've already studied those notes for my university as well. Speaking about notes, I'll be definitely only and only using the notes which I have prepared. All the toppers, all the seniors, everybody just says notes is everything, and that's what I'm going to follow. Notes is everything for me as well. Next thing is that I have got to make a pact to give a grand test every other week or at least every week. My personal experience with NEET UG has been that if you give enough grand tests, in the end you are very, very strong. And I've been giving grand tests since my final year of MBBS. Lastly, I'm going to be activating the clean slate protocol on Marrow that basically resets all the data they've got on you and it brings out to 0. Our entire data becomes 0 modules completed. Once I've done my first read, I'll activate the clean slate protocol, start the question bank again, hopefully finish in time, revise my mistake, revise the 20th notebook, attend my internship. So I think it should be a really, really fun job, especially when I don't have to worry about an exam like every 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to be a mental burden off. Finally, I might rewatch some videos, but I'm not really sure. If I do, I'll definitely make a video about it. Of course, on the channel, there will be a study with me / NEET PG preparation videos. I'll be making them definitely. So yes, I think that's kind of it for my NEET PG plans. Let's move on to the next part of the video. Moving on to internship, I know there's a lot of negativity surrounding internship in MBBS, and the main reason is that a student who is just studying continuously till final year MBBS has to now go and do a doctor's work immediately. There's a huge shift in that, and that causes a lot of difficulty and toxicity. No matter what, here's what I think. I'll be enjoying it. I'm waiting for the internships to start. It will be like a dream come true for the first time doing procedures and being clinically active, learning from doctors on rounds, and I'm so looking forward to it. Sure, it does get super duper hectic here at GMC Nagpur, but bro, physical work se darna nahi hai, mental work se darna hai. Above all, it will make me competent in my skills as a doctor and a medical student. There will be times where I'll be doing duties which are more than 24-36 hours long, but anytime if it gets hectic, I'll just treat it as content. Ki I'm shooting a video for my YouTube channel as well as doing the internship, so 2 birds in 1 stone, and I think I'll be staying positive with that. I guess that's enough about studies, and let me just tell you about the latest series that I've been watching on YouTube. It is Starting Trouble Season 2, that is Bheja Unfry. I remember enjoying the first season a couple of years back. It was really, really amazing. Play Starting Trouble Season 2 on YouTube.
Starting Trouble on YouTube.
So the backstory is that Rohan Kaushik, the MBBS Nibba, you might know him, he made a post about it a while back, and I was so excited since then. And when it was released, I watched it all in one go. So the story is kind of a neurosurgical drama, which shows the true reality of the medical field, including the academic part like the diseases, the discussions, and the competition and toxicity of some professors.
The Wim nucleus of the thalamus. I mean, that's more globally approved than this gimmicky stereotypic lesioning of the GPI.
So that Wim nucleus is the preferred target.
So what they're actually talking about is a case of Parkinson's disease, and they're discussing whether they should do the pallidotomy or whether should they do the DBS. DBS is deep brain stimulations. The web series literally sticks to a literature like no other out there, and I'm really loving it. The show overall has a good grip in the story. The production team did a great job, especially Dr. Jagdish Chaturvedi and my friend Rohan. Super proud of both of them. The series is available absolutely for free of cost on YouTube. The channel is PRS Neuroscience. I've added the link in the description as well as the pinned comments. Go ahead and binge watch all the episodes over there. Anyways, what's going to be my life like for the next few weeks? Well, it's going to be involving one surgery practical, and apart from that, a lot of reading of non-academic books which I have put on for so long, since I think December. Meditation, because I've been doing that again since January I think. Good sleep, exercise, and a lot of videos. So please consider subscribing, because making any such video takes a lot of time, effort and energy, and subscribing in just 2 seconds would make up for all of that. It's your boy Anuj. I'll catch you on a Sunday. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.